Hi, everybody. I just wanted to share a little bit with you today about kind of a download I got while I was on my hike today. This is not a political video. I just want to say that to start off with. Um, the space that I hold on this planet is really from a higher perspective, so I really just don't tend to ever um, oppose any candidates or support any candidates because I'm really just looking at what do they represent and in the bigger picture. So I just want to say that as an aside. So anything I say today is not actually about the people themselves. Um, so what I want to talk about is the divine feminine. So there's been a lot out there about Trump. There's a lot happening as a reaction to him being elected. And of course, he represents the collective shadow, which it has to be. So anyway, but what I want to say is actually more about the concept of the divine feminine as it relates to Hillary. I've heard lots lately out there about how so many people thought that she would be elected because somehow that would be like the divine feminine coming forward, because the evolution and the way that it's going, actually the divine feminine is rising up to create this next phase of evolution toward new earth. I 100% believe and know that in my knower. And I want to say that Hillary Clinton doesn't actually represent the divine feminine. So she's in a female body, but she's actually quite masculine and still very much represents the power systems that are at work in the world still, that are still happening. And those are systems that are actually going to eventually fail. I don't know if that'll be in my lifetime, although the way time is starting to warp, perhaps it will be. But those systems are going to have to crumble eventually. And so the fact that somebody would be elected who so incredibly represents the collective shadow and the most crazy, bizarre version of the masculine that you can imagine makes perfect sense. You just have to stand on your head to get it. So the divine feminine is actually coming forth. It's just not going to come forth the way that people logically think that it will. It's not about getting a bunch of women elected into offices and in power positions and all those. That's actually still the old system. That's the old construct. The divine feminine is actually going to rise up whether we like it or not. And it's going to rise up in the hearts of every individual person. So it's about this whole idea of power, is a word that has been out there as something that kind of has an aggression, definitely a masculine energy around it. And I'm not trying to say that the masculine is something bad or something aggressive. It's an energy. And it's one that has dominated for a very long time, but it's actually one that is very incomplete, and it needs the feminine to come in to actually undo a lot of the mess that's been created. So this next wave that's coming through is actually going to be power and empowerment of the earth. That is actually, power is actually love. So it's going to be a love. It's going to be this nurturing, compassionate energy that's going to actually start to create all things new. And first, there could be a lot of purging. There could be a lot of other stuff that's going to come kind of preempting that. But anyway, I just wanted to talk for a few minutes about that concept of divine feminine, not to sound too woo-woo or whatever, but it's just about the idea that as we start to really purge our shadows and get in touch with these places within us, allowing them to come forward and really approaching them from this place of compassion, this place of nurturing, this place of mothering, everything's going to start shifting. So just watch with me, be on the lookout. It's happening. It's coming. I love you guys. Bye.